Okay guys, well I thought I'd do a follow-up video for this Ragnarök Cometh number 15 in where I was reporting on this severe solar storm, because I was saying that we were going to actually see a pretty decent false flag shortly after seeing this amount of energy. And in fact, after I reported on this geomagnetic storm, which at the time was already the most intense I had seen of solar cycle 24, it went on to be the most intense storm that we have had of solar cycle 24. So I definitely was not surprised when we saw the German Airbus, flown by a kamikaze co-pilot it seems, fly into the side of the French Alps. And it just happened to have 144 passengers on board. And there just happens to be 144 tribes. So, again, unless that's just a continued coincidence that we keep seeing this esoteric information in their false flags and all their fuckery, then those with the mental eye open can see what these psychopathic fucks are doing. And so not only did this kamikaze co-pilot fly this plane into the side of the French Alps, they can't explain why. Apparently it's not a terrorist attack. And this number here is equating to the number 21. 21 just happens to be the world card, which is symbolic of the Golden Age, Septepi. First time, the beginning of the great year. So again, esoteric information seems to just be found in all of these events, including the descent of the plane, which they continue to focus on, that it was 8 minutes. And we know what the 8 stands for, and we know they hate the 8. So again, we're seeing this information. And just as I said in this video, we could expect a decent false flag after seeing this amount of energy. And this is because I am actually using the information, so I have an understanding for the modus operandi of the Antichrist. This is why I knew that they would play out this fuckery, because I do understand the esoteric information and the occult knowledge that they're working in, and that's why they're making things so hard for me. So anyway, I just wanted to make note of that yes indeed, this energy did play out in that way, and we're going to continue seeing more weirdness with this bullshit. So it seems to be that the zombies are supposed to suck up that it is completely okay for a plane to crash because the captain can't get back in the cockpit. So really, I mean, seriously, I do not know how long they are going to continue playing this fuckery before people start realising what we are dealing with. And we are continuing to see more train derailments. There's almost one a day. Or trains hitting trucks or cars. I mean, they really are just getting more insane all the time. If you have the mental eye open, you can see exactly what they're doing, and they're timing it to the energy. So we are continuing to see more very unusual activity with the geomagnetics and this solar cycle. And we will continue to see even more of this unusual activity, because we are moving towards Ragnarök. And we are changing. We are at the end of a great year cycle. And so it is now going to continue to accelerate like this. And we're going to see more severe storms. And they're even saying that there is another volcano over in Hawaii that is starting to show signs of waking up, and it's been asleep for over 30 years. And so this is how this energy is playing out. So it might not be immediate, but remember, it's different when we perceive things in our time frame as to the universal time frame in how these events actually unfold. And so this is why people can actually move into complacency. But we can see now things are starting to really become, more intense on a lot of levels. So definitely expect that to keep continuing, and especially with all of these types of false flag events. And continue looking at all of these numbers and these codes, and anyone that has actually looked into this information and understands these codes, you will see them in a lot of the articles. So as soon as you become aware of them, this is when you're opening the mental eye, and this is when you can actually acknowledge them when you're seeing them being reported or you're seeing them being used against you. This is the difference between people that are awake and people that aren't awake. People that are awake are actually identifying how they're being played by the establishment, and that's where you want to be. So anyway, I'll leave it here, and I'm going to post these articles underneath for you, and you can check that out more. And as always, peace out.